Hi there everyone, my name is Dominic and welcome to a very, very special gaming playthrough. This isn't just any game, this isn't just any playthrough experience, this is Alan Wake 2, which not only has it been 13 years since the original game released, but we also just finished playing the remaster of the first game. And while that one did, it kind of gave us a mixed bag in my opinion of a story that I overall thoroughly enjoyed, with some combat problems and some story threads I thought were not tied up the way they wanted to, or the way I would have wanted to, I should say. But here we have a chance to make that right. I'm really curious to see what this game does with the story as it was left in the first game. So I have had nothing of this game spoiled for me. I'm playing this day one it's releasing, which is one of the rare games that I would ever do that with. But I know two things, which is that one, I'm excited that I like the first one enough that it gives me a hope for this one. And two, Remedy as a studio is such an innovative, unique kind of gaming force in the gaming world. So I trust them to give us something interesting. And from what I've heard, this game is much more a mix of dark detective thriller as well as brooding Resident Evil style survival horror, which sounds like a much better blend than the first game had. So anyway, I'm excited. Let's get into it. And we're going to do normal difficulty because I don't want to do story. I want to make sure and play it the way it's intended to be played, but also I'm not going to make life difficult for myself unnecessarily. I also am very excited from all the trailers and previews I've seen. This game looks fucking gorgeous. You're going to hear me waxing on and on about the quality of lighting. And I think it's just gonna be so worth it, honestly. I've already seen some comparisons. This is one game I'll probably end up on my own time having on PlayStation and PC, just because the PC version, they're one of the few companies I think where the console to PC difference in quality is actually worth it. I know in general, PC is almost always inherently higher quality because of the higher processing power you can get on a powerful system. But oh, it's waiting for me to continue. I thought it was loading, but I forget that this is a modern PS5 game, so loading is not really an issue. But yeah, like I go
Back to the beginning.
Oh, all right, everyone.
We all come to a story with hopes and expectations, looking for an answer. Sometimes it would be better to live with that hope without ever knowing the full story. In a horror story, there are only victims and monsters. And the trick is not to end up as either. But trapped by the genre, we are all ripped to pieces along the way. This is not the story I hoped it would be. This is not the ending I wanted. This story will eat us alive. This story is a monster. And monsters wear many faces.
Oh, what a shot. What an opening shot. This is one thing, I'm sorry, like, no two ways about it. Remedy, their sense of visual fucking storytelling, it's up there. They're one of the best. I mean, they are like heavy hitters, top of the fucking game. Oh my god. Talk about swamp ass. Holy shit, is that animated? Like, between the color grading and everything, it literally looks like almost like a full CG movie. It's so good. Are we starting off as... Oh, weird. Am I gonna get this demonetized because of the ass crack in here? Hopefully not. God, it's so dark. It's so dark, but it looks great. Like, that's the thing. Like, it's dark and moody, and I know that is absolutely the style it's going for. I may bump brightness up a little bit just because I know YouTube is very punishing. That is also one recommendation. If you're watching my playthroughs, and you have, again, if you have like the unlimited data to use for it, and it's fast enough, watch in either 1440, you know, ooh. Are they gonna save us, or are those people gonna do something bad? to us. We should. Man.
Where'd he gone?
Wild night last night, isn't it, Ed? If that is your name. But yeah, watching in 1440p or in 4K really is the way to go, because I know that is YouTube gives extra bandwidth, basically. Like, the quality increases compared to 1080p and lower, so anyway, just to say, because I always try to prioritize quality in my playthroughs. I always try to record them in 4K and in as high quality as I can. I try to output them at high quality, even though it takes longer to export and render and all that kind of stuff. Fuck, it's dark as shit. Wow, look at that, though. This is so fucking gorgeous already. Like, just this kind of monochrome palette. Like, this is very, very Hannibal, the TV show. If you haven't seen Hannibal, that is a gorgeous piece of storytelling. And this feels like tonally... Oh. What? See, I don't know. I don't know. It's a scary noise. I don't know. Oh! Fuck you. Oh, God. Well, already it's scarier than, like, anything in the first game. Alright. I think we're going this way. Also kind of appreciate that it's so dark that I'm having trouble seeing detail, because honestly, that feels right. Like, this feels like this character. You know, you're stumbling around. Oh, God. It's gonna... We can sprint? Oh, God. This poor guy, I'm like, I don't know what the context is here, but like, something is fucked up, man. Something's screwy. Oh! Oh, fuck's sake. Game saved. Whenever it says game saved, it makes me nervous. Ooh, the sound design, though. I'm gonna go quiet for a second. I want to give you about 10 seconds just hearing the sound moving around. Because talk about good surround sound, it's giving that. Man, having this opening be almost entirely in silhouette, it's another thing. Oh, okay. Remember, go towards the light. That's always the age-old Alan Wake thing. I'm assuming we can't crawl over this yet, though. Okay. Oh, there's more light over there. Okay. Oh. Yes. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Can I go this way? Oh, God. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Oh, God. Ooh, chills, chills. Okay. Oh, that's how you open a fucking game. That's so cool. You know, in a violent, disturbing, terrifying way, but holy shit. Oh, I'm calling it now. We're in for a good time.
Hello. How are you?
I'm good, Mom. How are you?
This trip might take a little longer than I thought. I'm sorry I've been gone so much lately, Logan.
Oh my god, Mom, it's not your fault people get all murdery. What happened?
Just work stuff.
Right. Well, Dad and I are just watching the latest episode of Night Springs here. Mom, it's so good.
No spoilers. I'll let you get back to the show. You were supposed to wait and watch with me. I love you both.
This is what happens when you go on work trips, Mom. Love you too. And say hi to Casey. Tell him to stop brooding so much.
Logan? I will. Bye, kiddo. Logan thinks you should try cheering up.
Snarky kid. Wonder where she gets that from.
Oh, so that detective on the left, that's Sam Lake, the head creative director at Remedy, if I'm not mistaken.
It can't be a coincidence that another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Feels like the killer's leaving us a message.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. It's right up your alley. You should take lead. Think of me as the backup.
Okay. Any words of advice?
Nothing that would cheer anyone up.
God, this looks so fucking good. This is... Remedy has always been at the forefront of pushing next-gen quality.
Aldrin Lake.
Time to get to work.
All right, well, I'll talk more in a second. I don't want to miss a thing, so everyone just settle in and enjoy. Like, we're watching a TV episode together.
He was supposed to be here to show us to the crime scene. There's the car, so where's the deputy?
Eaten by a bear? I'll check out that map.
I do love that Remedy as a studio has always blended this sense of...
Memorizing before we get swallowed up by the trees.
Fair enough. All right, I'll check out the map in a second. But you know what I mean? They've always had this great sense of...
Take a look at that map.
I will in a second. I'm talking to my friends. Excuse me, detective. My God. This is... I have so much to say. I'm going to be scatterbrained just because I have so much positive complimentary things to say about this. But they've always been very much at the forefront of graphical quality, first off. They have always pushed the boundaries. I mean, someone noticed recently in Control, the level of detail. For example, there's one part in there where there's a projector that is playing a live action piece of footage on a wall. So, which is already a cool thing that they're mixing in real footage in the environment you can walk around. But if you use your powers in Control, with like your little superhero telekinetic powers, you can pick up the projector and move it around, and that live action video keeps playing and is obstructed by objects and all that, which may not sound like much, but it's a crazy technical feat to have it so it's projecting actual lighting and an actual video, a real live, a live action video file, and it's interacting with the environment, and the player can interact with it directly. Like, there's a level of immersiveness that Remedy as a studio goes for that, some many studios would go, oh, we don't have to technically, most players wouldn't notice, but they go that extra mile for detail and quality. And I love that, especially too. I'm really excited to play this because the remaster of Alan Wake, it should be noted, was not done by them. It was done by another company who remastered it. So the quality is not at the same par of an actual bespoke Remedy experience. So for those of you who haven't played Control or any of their other games, this should be a fascinating experience. If for nothing else, then it should be gorgeous to look at, as it already does. Okay.
You're the one who wanted to switch.
I think I hear someone.
I'm not walking all the way back
Could
down.
be our deputy.
I can go take a look.
Okay, so we do have a map. Okay. I appreciate that because I don't think we had a map in the first one, and that's so important. I know this is because it's more of a detective procedural, so I think that's going to be more important, having sense of location and geography.
Hey, over here.
What's up, buddy? Hey, look at the dappled lighting coming through. Like,
Agent Casey, right?
wow.
Sheriff Breaker said you'd be coming by to take over the case.
You're half right. Anderson,
you want me to talk?
Saga Anderson. I'll be leading this case. Seems you already know my partner, Alex Casey.
Shoot. Sorry about that, ma'am. I'm Deputy Mulligan. I just figured that, you know, that, Federal agents right here, Thornton. My partner, Thornton, down at the crime scene. He's not what you call the sharpest axe in the shed.
Right here? What do you mean? Are they with you? Oh, shit! They didn't hear me, did they?
Were there any witnesses?
Yeah, a couple out-of-towners. I wonder what they were doing sneaking around the woods at night.
Mention the city folk. It's pretty suspicious.
Not that we have anything against city folk, right, Thornton? But don't worry. Sheriff Breaker took them back to town a while ago.
Yeah, you could use a
What can
briefing.
you tell us about the crime scene?
Tell them about the heart.
I was getting to that, Thornton. Well, we reckon there are some organs that are currently outside the victim's person when they should be, well, you know, inside.
Yeah, let's take a look at the body.
I want to see the body. How do we get there?
Oh, sure, that's real simple. Just through the hole in the fence, down the hill towards the lake, around the old convenience store. You can't miss it. Everything's been closed since the area was fenced off. The store, the campground, all of it.
Hey, Mulligan, tell them I'm here waiting. I'll show them around.
They got it, Thornton.
All right, let's get on with that. I figure we'll have plenty of time to explore the rest of the area. So,
Before we get to the crime scene, there's time to review the facts of the case so far. Make sure I'm
ooh,
seeing the clues clearly.
look at that. You can. Oh, I remember hearing something about this.
The Mind Place. My version of the Mind Palace technique. To sift through clues and work the case. Building the Mind Place again for each case. Using each field office as a model in my head.
Cool.
The facts
Oh,
involved.
all right. I'll check that out in a second. This is so cool. It's just such a creative way to do, like, it could just be, you know, you could just hit the start button and it has like a little place where all the, you know, stuff slots in like most games. But the idea of having a physical space where you are putting together,
Everything we know.
yeah, putting together the information.
Worth taking another look.
Okay. The case board is a mental technique that allows Saga to analyze clues and progress the investigation. And then, got it. Okay. You're now free to navigate the case board or leave by pressing circle. Okay, great. So, a series of murders have occurred around the town of Bright Falls. Finding the connections will help our search for the killer. This is such an interesting way to present information, honestly. Murder method, okay. What does this say? Can we actually look at the individual photos? 2 of the victims had bruising, some form of restraint, strapped or belted down. Most recent victim died of major chest trauma, consistent with the 2018 victim. Hard to confirm due to the condition of the body. Bloating of the corpse is indicative of drowning, but only 1 victim was found in the water. And then victims, let's see. They were all reported missing in 2010, no other commonalities. Discovered in 2012, buried in a shallow grave. Found in Cauldron Lake 2018, some organs missing. Predation, state of the body does not match 8 years spent in the lake. Found 2 weeks ago, chest wound was ruled as cause of death. Tattooing on the body is illegible. Interesting. What does this say? Slight difference in murders. Bloating, only commonality in bodies, but not cause of death. Chest trauma. Exposure to water, postmortem. Killer profile. We can click on this. Oh, we gotta talk to, oh, I see. So we gotta talk to people to be able to unlock different components of these sections, obviously, and then go from there. That makes sense. Victim number 3 was covered in illegible tattoos, a message from the killer maybe, or their art. Apart from going missing in 2010, the victims have nothing apparent in common. Killer may be a sportsman or a hunter. Interesting. Okay, so this is our case file. We don't have any other cases at the moment. We have our goals here. Very cool. Very, very cool. Again, it's just, there are much simpler ways. This is one of those things you look at and you go, okay, they didn't have to do this technically, but it's, oh, and our maps, so we're going to fill out the map around everything as we explore it. Very cool. It's also very Hannibal with like the antlers everywhere, the use of lighting, like, even, I'm sorry, but I'm going to just, I have so much to say. Look at the detail on this even. Talk about not necessary, but it adds to the realism. Notice how the fan, the shift in it, how it moves, how it actually wobbles. Even that's an animation choice. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't have to do that, but the idea of like, this needs to feel like a lived in space. It's not rigid and perfect. You know, the world around has flaws. The difference in the color of lighting from the internal bulbs to the sunlight spilling in, like, there's, I mean, all right, let's get back to it. There's a lot to explore. Let me check through here, though. I want to make sure I explore everywhere around here.
Already hard at work,
Okay.
Anderson. Close to cracking it.
We're just getting started.
Yeah,
Let's head down the hill to the crime scene.
I like that visiting the mine place does not pause the games to be mindful of nearby enemies.
Nature.
Right fucking nature. Oh, it gives you a headache.
Sky.
Well, sorry it's not a cubicle, buddy. Couldn't disagree more. Oh, like the fog, the haze, the birds moving along. This is stunning. This is some of the most gorgeous. Like, this is, I mean, we're talking, this is on par with like The Last of Us Part 1 remake. Like, and possibly may even push even further, because obviously that's a much more fully grounded game, and this game is much more
Hey, Casey.
stylized.
Putting me in charge. Why now?
Look, Anderson, you're a better detective than I am. You've cracked cases that had the rest of us baffled. I don't want to slow you down.
Are you thinking of retiring? You know what happens to cops who say this is their last case.
Real funny, Anderson.
What we got here? Oh, interesting. So we actually have like actual articles to click on. Okay. There's going to be a lot of reading. There's going to be a lot of like dense kind of, you know, again, we're like piecing facts together. So it's going to be a lot of text-based stuff, but I'm okay with that. Chaos at Cauldron Lake. Rampage at the rental cabins. Unidentified man attacks vacationers in the dead of night. Sunday. An idyllic evening of barbecuing and late-night fishing was violently disrupted Saturday as a mysterious assailant attacked park visitors, causing chaos and destruction at the cabins. The incident left 3 people injured, one of which has been admitted to the county hospital. As to whether the attacker is still at large, Bright Falls police have yet to make an official statement, leaving local residents in a state of uncertainty. Witnesses to the crime were visibly shaken, one of whom stated, "One minute we were laughing and toasting some marshmallows, the next we heard screaming coming from the cabins. We didn't know what was going on, so we called the police and started running in the opposite direction," said Kurt Mill. Another eyewitness who preferred to remain anonymous said, "It's like he appeared out of nowhere. Suddenly my dog starts barking his head off, and this psycho guy comes crashing through the trees. Don't think I'll ever feel safe in the forest again." A representative from the rental cabins who chose to remain anonymous wanted to remind customers, "If you have plans to stay in our lovely cabins late this summer, please get in touch with us, as we may need to rejigger some of the reservations based on the state of the cabin you have rented with us." The representative went on to further remind future and potential guests of the wonderful amenities that can be found in their company's brochures and on the website, which is real nice, state of the art. My nephew made it, and he's a real computer whiz. You know, these kids in their computers making websites. Bright Falls' own virtual baking champ, little Sally Upton's whole family erupted into cheers when she won the big match this weekend. Was she playing soccer, tennis? No. In this brave new world that we live in, her family was cheering her on as she won a match. She won a match in the game that only exists on the Information Superhighway. The game in question was Mega Baking Star, in which players compete to make the tastiest treats and sweetest eats for their virtual judges online. Bright Falls congratulates Sally on her big win. Good job, Sally. Does a hike a day keep depression away? It might be bright, sunny July, but it's never too soon to start worrying about the gloomy months of autumn ahead. That's right, in the grand scheme of life, these dead, depressing days are just around the corner. Have you been taking your vitamin D? Probably not. For all of you thinking there's got to be another way, there's good news. Hiking has been proven to be incredibly beneficial to your mental and emotional health, so get out there and do it. Don't forget a flashlight in case it gets dark. That's true. If I lived somewhere where hiking was more readily available close to my house, I probably wouldn't have nearly as much depression. A heartfelt reunion took place this weekend when Mrs. Amanda Smith was reunited with her beloved dog, Coffee Bean. Coffee Bean? That's such a cute name for a dog. CB, as his owner refers to him, had been missing for 3 days, and Mrs. Smith was afraid that she would never see her best friend again. When I got the call, I couldn't believe my ears, she said. I must have asked, am I dreaming? At least 7 or 8 times. It was actually 9 times, confirmed Ranger Stevenson, the man responsible for finding the wayward canine. It's rare that you get to get it's it's rare that you get to give those kind of calls, and I feel real grateful to have had the opportunity. With all the predators out there, usually you're telling folks that you found their dogs dead, their cats eaten, you know, and so it felt real good to give some good news. Even if Coffee Bean is in kind of rough shape. The fur will grow back, sure, but, well, that's all I should say about that. Okay, so Coffee Bean was not fully well when returned. Interesting, okay. Cool. It is funny because I think like this may be a perfect melding of the kind of notions like gaming wise that sorry, look at that, the fog. And this is on console, so I'm like, this is the fact that they're making this run on, I mean, PlayStation 5 hardware is no slouch, but even compared to PC, you know, it's still, it's weaker compared to like the higher end RTX systems and graphics cards on a PC. And yet still, it's so gorgeous, so well optimized. But anyway, yeah, Remedy very much loves collectibles in their games. They love leaving notes and pages and stuff. So finally getting to be like a proper detective story feels like such a good mix for them. All right, come on, buddy. Also, Alex Casey, is that not the name of the detective in Alan's novels? Like, I'm not mistaken, right? That is the name that we see on the name of like all of his books. Okay. Holy shit. Sorry, I'm just like, this is so pretty. I also decided to, because they have a performance mode that runs at 60 frames a second, but I thought, you know what? It kind of feels like having this run at higher quality at 30 frames a second feels like it's going to feel more like a movie, like the lower frame rate.
You okay to jump down?
I'm not that old.
You sound like it. From that grunt. I also love this too. I love the scene setting with giving us such a great opening and then kind of letting the mood settle down a little bit. Mirror Peak. Mirror Peak, the mighty mountain in the distance, is no other than Mirror Peak, the iconic landmark overlooking Cauldron Lake. From the right angle, its beauty will be reflected on the calm surface of the lake, mirrored in all its inverted glory. I remember Mirror Peak. I remember all this stuff from the first game. Though, to be fair, man, seeing it brought back in all this level of detail, because you know this was all built so much from the ground up because it's been such a long gap of time since the first game was made. I'm just like, just the density of the foliage and everything. It is crazy to think this is the level quality we're getting. Can I go over here? This area is big. Like, I do know the game is not open world, but it has a lot of open explorable areas from what I've seen in like the early reviews. Yeah, I gotta go look around.
Got it.
Oh, we got here. That's interesting. Like little dream catchers. It is a nice change because the first game I like a lot, but it is very much on rails. You know what I mean? Like it is very much like you're going through like a Disney dark ride. You know, it is showing you exactly what you're supposed to be shown, and in the exact order, and there's no really other way to be able to connect the dots or explore on your own terms. Versus this though, what is this? Mortar Falls. Mortar Falls. This powerful feat of nature will revive the spirit as it does the surrounding nature. The churning, grinding waters at the bottom of the falls resemble a mortar and pestle, quite like the one the Witch of Cauldron Lake is fabled to have used to travel the night sky. I also like the idea that they're using this as a chance to explore more of the lore of the world around Cauldron Lake.
Kid's lunchbox? An Alex Casey movie lunchbox.
Ooh. My dad used...
He hates the endless jokes about coincidentally having the same name as a fake detective.
Oh, okay, so... I mean,
He hates those cheesy crime books. But he really hates the movies.
Okay, so the game is... I mean, of course they're aware of it, but obviously like, they're clarifying that they're aware that we're aware. All right, my dad used to say, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. Not sure where the tough gets going to, but maybe you'll find it inspiring. Ooh, manuscript fragments. Okay, hold on. Let's go check let's go into our Mind Palace. Because I'm assuming that is going to be very, very important. So yeah, where do these go? I want to get all these systems worked out to begin with. Like, cases. Oh, okay, sweet. So how does this work? All right. So we have clues. Okay, so we can go one clue at a time.
Finding a Casey movie lunchbox out here can't be a coincidence. Another message?
Oh, so that's very fun. Oh, and now we have like a whole new section to the board. Very cool. What other clues do we have? Yeah, okay. So we can connect it. Where do I put it then? So hold on. We have clues. Cauldron Lake area. Okay, there we go. So we actually have to physically put stuff together based on what areas we're finding them in and all that. That's cool. I like, again, that's what an interesting way to give us information. That way it's not just, because that is the thing I was, when I was just playing The Quarry, and you find so many clues and all that, but if you don't go into your start menu and go into the clues tab and all that, and literally just go down the list of things and read every text box, you're going to miss stuff. But it's kind of a boring way to present information, versus this is cool. This makes it feel like you're really on the case. Really interesting. What is this? Weapon upgrades. Interesting. Oh, interesting. Wait, hold on. Because these are the manuscript fragments. So when we find fragments and clues, is that how we get upgrade materials? So basically, the more we're investigating things, the more upgrades we can have. All right. Stun people with headshots, more bullets, auto fire. Cool. All right. Fuck yeah. Fuck it. This is cool. Yeah, manuscript fragments can be used to upgrade weapons in the Mind Palace, or the Mind Place, I should say. Let's see, I know, I just saw that. I know the game's tutorializing what I already just realized, but that's okay. All right, very cool. All right, in that case, I want to explore a little more thoroughly then. Let me check. There's a path over here. I will check that out in a second. This place is big. It does kind of make sense. Oh, I can run. Think. The Lord. All right, can you... There we go. Okay, please don't tell me it has the stamina thing from the first one. Let's see. We'll have to test it when we get into combat, but... Doesn't look like it. It looks like we're allowed to actually run at a certain pace.
I need to find my way back.
Okay, all right, game. I know, this is just the intro, so they really want us to explore everything else, so... I'll do that. I know they want us to...
Still in one piece, Anderson. Forest can be a dangerous place.
Why are you being all creepy, Sam? I know it's not his name. I've only seen him as Sam Lake, the real-life writer, creative director. One really cool book, I don't know if they still publish it. It might be hard to find, but there is a book on the making of their game Control that has a ton of art, but it's a full book with interviews with all of the staff and team putting it together.
Lost, Anderson.
I found
Bad
clues.
place to get murdered.
If getting back to nature is your thing.
Yeah, well, what is it against, like, what do you have against nature, buddy, all right? Who hurt you? Who ruined your camping trip as a child?
Should have brought an umbrella.
I like the rain. The only thing around here that feels like home.
You think the local law had the sense to put up a tarp?
If they did, next coffee's on me.
Where are they? Who's chatting? I imagine we're going to get, as usual in these games, a wonky, wild cast of characters. Witch's Hut. Can I go look at the Witch's Hut?
I think I saw something. It'll only take a minute.
I'll wait here.
So I guess, yeah, anytime it lets me explore, I'm just going to do that, because it seems like it will turn me around if I'm going too far off the beaten path. The Witch's Hut. Here lived the Witch of Cauldron Lake. Beware, her spirit may still haunt this place. Interesting. I think it's cool that I'm going to look around the outside here to see if there's any clues before... Oh, it just keeps going. It's just all interconnected. Holy shit. Okay, all right, yeah, let's go look in the creepy Witch's Hut. Ugh. Do I have a flashlight? This is dark as hell in here. Okay, we got some rope. Yeah, the lighting looks good. Like, so I'm just like looking like, the only thing is I know like the little dappled lighting is like the shadow reflection quality. Moving that doesn't look bad, you know, and that's a tough thing to it is you're trying to account for light spilling in from the trees and all that. Okay, I guess nothing really here yet to find. I imagine this place may come back around later with more information. Let's look around, though. Let's look around the cabin and see. Also, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna pause for a second. I'm gonna turn off the motion blur. I just don't like it. If it gives me the option, what I usually do is I'll turn down motion blur several notches, 'cause I do find it a bit distracting, especially with the game as visually striking as this is. So, and then I also may bump the brightness a little bit just to make it a little more forgiving when it inevitably gets mistreated by the YouTube compression. All right, let's try this. And we'll have to see. It might make it look a little too sharp is one potential problem that happens when you turn off motion blur. So I'll fiddle with it. We got a long playthrough to go, so I mean, there'll be plenty of time. Yeah, where the fuck am I? This is almost overwhelming because it's so open and extensive, but I mean, we're going to be investigating a lot of this area anyway. Witchfinder Station. All right.
Can't go any further.
Okay.
Water's too deep.
All right, so that'll be for another occasion. What's over here? Maybe through here? Oh, what is this? The Witch's Ladle. There is no mystery in Cauldron Lake being named after its cauldron shape. And yet, there are many mystery stories about the lake. It being a gloomy doorway to the underworld, or of a witch whose cauldron the lake really was. The legend tells that when the affections of a local sheriff went unanswered, he accused the lady in question of having bewitched him. She was drowned, but her dropped ladle grew into a strange tree named Witch's Ladle. The woman returned to avenge her wrongdoers. If she was not a witch before, she was one now. She killed the sheriff, drowning him in the lake. Then she took out his heart and locked it in a box. With the heart, she would summon him from the lake to exact revenge on her behalf, or so the legend goes. Cool. I like that we're not opening on something too Alan-centric, that we're dealing with Alan's like caught up in a much larger thing about this place. Is this the tree? Anything here? I feel like we're going to find some creepy murder details around this tree later. Look at the scale of everything, too. Like, the quality of everything, like, just... good stuff, good stuff. It's also, it's funny, for how much I think some people talk about... What the fuck was that? I think it just was birds taking off, but I'm not expecting so much of, like, the world to feel so alive, since it catches me off guard. All right, where's our partner? Back up here, I'm assuming? We were almost at the crime scene, I think, so... Wow. Ooh, pretty. Man, real life don't even look this good. Any more clues? I want to be able to upgrade my weapon. Oh, I forget that we have a map. Hold on. No, not that. Which button is the map button? I think it's... Hold on.
Deputy Thornton, I take.
Oh, here we go.
That's me, at your service, ready to get this case solved. Now the body's behind the store. Come on, I'll show you.
Okie dokie. Seems like a real salt of the earth. Yeah. That's
Oh, FBI, huh? That's so cool. Hunting down psycho serial killers and shootouts with the mob.
You forgot the UFO cover-ups.
What? Those are real? You guys hiring?
Let's just see this body, shall we?
Thorin don't understand sarcasm so well.
Now this is the scene of the crime. We found him on the table. Now we didn't touch nothing, you know, procedures and stuff.
Thanks, Deputy.
No tarp. You owe me a coffee.
Okay. Let's start by examining Al Estebanor.
Does this fit the MO of the previous murders?
All right, let's see. Let's check out the body.
On the table. Ritualistic.
You unlocked your first key image. You can place it on the caseboard inside the mine place. Okay, that makes sense. So, all right, zoom out. And go to. Then we gotta grab that. Okay, and then X placed on the caseboard.
Another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Coincidence?
That's right, because we gotta connect the dots, because we don't know if this is connected. That's the thing. Yeah, I need to see if it's linked to the killings we're here to investigate. Makes sense. Placing a key image on the caseboard begins a new line of investigation. Okay, so it will prompt a new question. Objectives are viewable at the caseboard in your goals. Investigate the crime scene. Very cool. Okay. Okay, and then we can go between each, like, thread of information and go from there. Points of interest. Oh, I see. Points of interest, background. Okay, okay. Very cool. And then we got to find evidence to fill in the gaps. Love it. All right, so anything else from the body? Yeah, lots of stuff.
Left the heart right next to the body. Bruising on the wrist from the cargo straps holding him down. Incised stab wound. Chest cut open. Heart removed.
All right, let's stick him on the board. I don't want to forget to do that. So, especially now that we have stuff and things. Okay, you go there. Come on, where's your spot then? Didn't let me drop it.
No.
Well, hold on, where am I supposed to put it then? Well, okay, so does that not go here in this part of the thread? Yeah, it goes right there, doesn't it?
That's not right.
Oh, okay, hold on. All right, Cauldron Lake murders. Murder method, okay. So it must be, maybe it's somewhere around here then, okay. Oh, okay, yeah, it does go right there, so, all right.
Removed from chest, strapped by the wrists. Definitely matches the previous murders. But this time the heart and the straps were left behind. More clues to work with. This makes 4 murders that we know about.
Okay, there we go. Oh, I see. And then it opens up a new branch. Okay, the clues have resolved the open question and unlocked a deduction. As you advance the investigation, new questions will be unlocked, updating your goals. Interesting. You can check the updated goals by pressing triangle. Okay. Got it. So that makes sense. So, okay. Yeah, you're now free to examine the board. Okay, because, yeah, now it's going to open up different branching paths. And, of course, yeah, giving us more goals makes sense because it's going to answer some questions and then give us more questions to answer. So, very cool. Very interesting.
Who is our victim? Who killed him? Need to find more clues. Multiple people were here. Multiple killers?
All right. We're look at these. Like, what can we investigate? Am I done here?
Blood on the table.
Oh, okay, there is more. Okay.
The victim died here.
Interesting. All right, what else? Here, let's try to gather all the clues we can from this area, and then I'll put them all up on the board.
Someone was drinking beer. They spent time here, waiting.
Were they cracking open a cold one with the boys before they did their cult murder?
Someone left in a hurry. Knocked the tripod over.
Okay.
Was it for a camera?
Well, it makes sense if they were trying to document their, like, cult killings. I do like the idea, because that's kind of my instinct, is like, okay, is this a cult that's obsessed with, like, the dark place where Alan ended up? That, like, they want to reach it or tap into it somehow? And they're trying to connect it? Or is it just an influence of, like, that dark force that Alan was dealing with that's now infecting other people?
Any idea who the victim is?
Oh, I sure do. His name is Nightingale. He was FBI. He came to
Oh,
town
shit!
about 13 years ago. Now, I haven't heard a word about him since. Well, until now.
Oh, fuck.
Robert Nightingale?
Oh, yes. You probably knew him. Brothers in arms. Oh, and sisters.
No fucking way. Oh shit. So, well, I feel so bad now. I had no idea. So we're playing that opening. We're Agent Nightingale from the first game getting fucking killed. I mean, I like that. I like that it's interconnected that way. That's much more satisfying than it just starting out with like a random killing, especially because we've been here before. We've been to Bright Falls, so we're familiar with the cast of characters. So, what do you think of that?
So you knew our victim?
Well, I didn't recognize him in his current state. But yeah, I ran into him a few times at Quantico. Never worked any cases together. After his partner got killed in the field, he went off the deep end. Got the boot pretty quick after that.
Nightingale went missing 13 years ago. 2010.
The same as all the other victims.
Certainly fits the pattern. Makes me wonder what was going on that year.
Probably something this town wants to forget.
So what happened to Nightingale after the Bureau let him go?
I only know the rumors. Depression led to booze, booze led to paranoia. He got some wild ideas in his head, chased ghosts until he fell off the map. Guess he ended up here.
I bet there's more to that story.
But no happy ending.
Interesting. Ah, this is such a good opening.
For now, at least.
Yeah.
Anything clicking yet?
Not sure. Need to think about it.
The game, cough, cough, go into your mind place. All right, yeah, we got a bunch of stuff now. Yeah, what are our goals? We're going to learn about the victim and learn about the killer. Yeah, makes sense. All right, let's go through our clues. Just open up a new board or something. All right. All right, so we got Cauldron Lake Murders, yeah. So, okay. Let's go, okay, so where do I put the new clues that I have? Yeah, here we go. All right. So that's going to go, okay, that's information about the killer, so we're going to go there. And then blood splatter. Is that information about the victim?
Right.
Oh, okay, all right, sorry. There it goes. Okay, so it kind of drifts into place when you have it in the right spot.
Indicating multiple killers.
Yeah.
Quite the party.
There we go. And, okay.
Right.
There we go.
Robert Nightingale, ex-FBI, came to Bright Falls 13 years ago.
Okay, this is making more sense now. Okay, so now we're going to go more information about the killer and their method. It's funny, I don't know if I've ever played a game that really tries to go
They
this...
planned for the murder to happen here, passing the time with equipment ready. They were waiting for him. But why Nightingale? He's been missing for 13 years. Why here? Why now?
Interesting. All right, trying to figure out where the victim came from. Okay.
Profiling. Get into the subject's head. See what they saw. Feel what they felt. Use whatever I know about them to guide my intuition to a revelation. Piece it together.
Also, I swear, if Barry is in this game, he better be fine. If anything happens to Barry, I will lose my goddamn mind. I don't think they would. I think they know everyone likes Barry a lot. All right. So you can discover new clues by profiling people of interest. Cool.
Agent Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years. How did he end up here?
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
Robert Nightingale came from the lake before his murder.
Okay.
Nightingale was chosen as the victim. Why?
Flick the switch. It goes click. Lights are off. But somebody's home. Somebody's home.
This wasn't some random act of violence. This was a ritual. A Nightingale a component. They didn't see him as a person. More like a container for something.
Interesting. Okay. All right. Do we have anything else for the moment? All right. We have... What's this over here?
This mug always cheers me up.
Can I click on it? Oh, is it just like this? I mean, there's nothing really to read on it except it says not the worst mom, so... That's cool, even little details about her sprinkled around. It's funny because the first game is so all over the place, it makes me suspicious. I'm like, is she even real? Was she written by Alan to get him out?
The Mile High Strangler case. Proud of that one.
Yes, but what about the Scranton Strangler? Just solve that one? Assuming we'll still only have a couple fragments. Okay.
If only the rest of the Bureau knew what a softy Casey is. My first ever prank on Casey. A true classic.
You spilled salt? How is that a prank? Am I missing something? I mean, as hilarious as that seems.
Miss you, kiddo. I'll be home soon.
Well, hope nothing bad happens to you with your kid, but knowing these games.
Mom may be gone, but whenever I read this, I feel like she's still here.
Let's say, Saga, for what it's worth, I think it's important that Logan grows up seeing you do what you love, what you're great at. That will teach her so much. There will be times just like this when you question your choices, your competence, even your own sanity. When things get dark, remember to trust and love yourself as much as your family does. You won't be perfect, but I know you'll be amazing. Love you always, Mom. Supportive parenting? Crazy. Okay. Goes over here. Anything on the TV? Can we watch Night Springs? All right. Looks like that's it for now. So cool. And what a clever way to not just have it be just an information dump. Wait, hold on. I've that little symbol in the bottom left is telling me like there's something else. Hold on. Am I missing something? I don't want to miss anything. So, oh yeah, there's like a yellow dot next to it. What am I not looking at? Okay. Oh, duh. Because she did the profiling to get extra information. Okay. Interesting. There we go. I appreciate it having a little indicator.
To Nightingale somehow.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Let's take a look down by the lake. Lead the way.
Sounds good. This way, right?
Right.
Okay. Well, I'll just wait here.
All right, we'll go exploring a little bit more in a second. Let's go. Let's follow where they're leading us. I'm sure we'll have plenty of time to find more clues and information later, but... Or, are we going to miss something by not doing that? Hold on. Let me see. Does the game stop me if I go to look around over here?
I want to walk around for a minute.
You know where to find me.
Okay. So, yeah, so the game's encouraging us that we're allowed to explore within reason here. Okay. Like, is this open?
Locked.
Okay.
They really don't want people coming in here.
I wonder why. Well, I don't like that they, I'm like, oh, do we have a gun yet we can use? All right, there's our dodge button. Which hopefully they fixed that too. I'm like, that's the main two things. If they fixed the stamina problem from the first game and made the dodging and maneuvering a little bit more responsive, then I'll be very happy. Okay. It's funny, dude. This is so fitting. I've been playing, or not playing, I've been watching True Detective recently, so this feels so on theme for that. Hello? Got your Uber Eats.
Hello, this is Agent Anderson and Agent Casey, FBI. We'd like to come in and ask a few questions pertaining to an investigation.
Cool. Well, y'all seem friendly. Also, is it
Nice talking to you, too.
Also, what is her accent? I never want to criticize as voice actor myself, but like, it sounds like she is putting on an American accent, but maybe the voice is maybe British or maybe Australian, because I'm hearing the accent slipping in and out as it's going on. Oh, we got a camp here. Well, I'm gonna get a flashlight soon because it's dark as fuck.
A creepy twig sculpture?
That's very True Detective. Very just culty, I guess, in general. All right, anything else?
Wonder what's inside.
What is this? Confuse.
I should take a look around for a way to open this thing.
Let's see. Confuse. Follow these steps. Wash your hands. Take chicken out of the fridge. Take a nap. Okay. Do we have an actual combo lock? Oh, Oh, shit. The cult is leaving behind clues with symbols. Cool. So interesting. All right. It was wash your hands. Hold on. Let me check again. Wash your hands. Take chicken out of the fridge. And take a nap. So, all right. I'm assuming we're going to find some symbols in those areas in here. All right, good. I'm glad I explored that. I can. There we go. All right, so yeah, so we got symbols everywhere. So, all right, it was wash hands was the first one. So let's go check the bathroom. Okay, so first symbol is this little two triangles connected like that. All right, we don't need that because that would be like taking a bath. Take a nap. Just the bed. Oh, what we got? Let this be a warning to you, fellow trespassers. They say the lake is a caldera, something formed by an erupting volcano, or the sinkholes it leaves in its wake. But what if that's not true? What if it's something else, something less natural and much more man-made, intentional? I say the lake's not formed, it's designed, it has a purpose. The lake is a hiding place. Beneath the calm surface lies a secret machinery, ready to be activated at the press of a button. And the people with the button, they're in that big house by the lake preparing. I know it. First drawing, waterline. Real caldera is made from a volcano, lava. Second drawing, waterline, engineered structure, strange machines. That's an interesting notion. All right, so this is take a nap. So we have these two, like the side-by-side triangles pointing outward. And then the last one, the middle one, because hold on, no, it was that shrine here. Take a nap was the last one. And then it was take chicken out of the fridge. That has to be this symbol. So, all right.
Hey, Casey. What's the forest's favorite shape?
Please, Anderson, just one case without the
A triangle. Yes, you do.
It's not the greatest joke, but you know what?
Hey there, Mr. Deer. You remind me of a dream I had.
Oh, we're just going to leave it at that? No more details about the dream? What is that bright white spot? That's funny. I think that's a small graphical error. A little burnout in the center there. That's funny. All right, let me go punch those in because we got all the details here. So yeah, that's the middle one and then side by side. Okay, all right, hold on. Let me go run out there and let's crack that chest open because I think that's everything to discover in here for the moment. Okay, let's see. So top one was, yeah, it was this symbol. Middle one, see, because take a nap was, excuse me, that symbol. And then the fridge. Yeah. Ooh, cool. What do we get? Don't take anything if you aren't one of the trees. I am one of the trees. I am a Lorax, and I speak for the trees. What do we got? Are these? Oh God, are these batteries and bullets? Let's see. All right. Oh, and we got some, so like that counts as a clue, cracking that open. Cool. I like the idea that we get rewarded with the secret caches, because in the first game, they were just kind of, they were scattered around. The whole, like, Lady of the Light was, putting equipment everywhere, but that doesn't really make sense for this story. So I like the idea that we're solving clues and puzzles in order to access the secret stashes and get more equipment. All right, what's down this way? Let's see. Will it let me go? Is my flashlight on? It is, but I can't see a damn thing with it. Okay, we got the camping site over here. It's funny, this is like slow gameplay, but I love this. It's been so long since I've had a game where the investigative parts of it are actually exciting. Like, I really want to see what I can find. Another lunchbox. How do you like the knitting, hero? I made it. I had it made just for you. All right, we got more details there. Manuscript fragments, okay. That also is kind of fitting because in the first game you're finding manuscript pages, but they're just a collectible you can read that basically just tell the story. But the idea that this time they're the leftovers from 13 years ago, basically scattered around. UFOs, the ultimate guide to spotting unidentified flying objects. And writing this down in case it happens again and I forget. I got that feeling again. It hit me suddenly at 1:15 a.m. after I'd finished my AMA on the porch of the trailer. I got in the car and drove it, chasing it. Starry night, not much moon. As expected, it led me past Bright Falls to Cauldron Lake. I tried to find the right spot, the right emotion, the right thought, the combination to have it all aligned to make it happen. Terrified it would. It didn't. Not this time. Frustrated but relieved. I scanned the sky for shapes, the objects, nothing. But when I blinked repeatedly, I think I saw the afterimage of an octahedron. It faded fast. When I got ready to drive back, I felt someone watching me, here but not here. It's him. I know it is. Does he know I'm getting close? I'm on the right track. I was right to come to Bright Falls. Okay, we got like the shapes he's drawing. Interesting. Whoa, I'm curious. It's like that. Was that person investigating the cult? Were they here to look for Alan? Of what?
Remember Ohio?
Sure. The North Side Slasher. But that case was completely different.
The trees, Anderson. He hid the bodies in the forest.
All right. Did we already go up here? Is this just back to the cabin? My God, this place is so big. Oh my God. Okay, there you are, bud. All right, let's go look down at the lake. There you are. There you are. I'm here.
Get lost, Anderson.
No? Are you going to say that every single time I go look around? I do love that the game is already rewarding us with exploration, though. And not just with like random stuff, random tidbits. It's actually giving us good plot-relevant information that's worth it. It's also reminding me much more of like, it's more of a Silent Hill kind of tone, setting the stage for how creepy this is, which I really like. Okay, that goes up there. All right, come on, yeah. Oh yeah, this is where we wandered the first time, but we couldn't look yet. So let's let our buddy here lead the way.
I didn't know trees got that big. Gives me the creeps.
You need to get out more. It is kind of creepy, though.
Yeah, a little bit. We just gonna stare at it? Thoughts, feelings? Oh, now there's something to investigate. Oh, shit.
There's a piece of paper on the ground.
Yes, there is. Can I...
Tracks. Barefoot.
Interesting.
Nightingales? They come out from under the boulder.
It makes no sense.
What is this, like a manuscript? It's not letting me click on it. It also looks kind of wavy. Like, is this a real page? Oh, there we go, there we go. If I just waited, it was going to do a cutscene. I didn't realize.
A page full of text on one side. Not a printout. Written with a typewriter. Old school. Lines scratched out and edits added with a pen.
Like a manuscript. Page of a story. Killer left a message.
It's for us. The text is about us. The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale. And then there was the page they found. The first step down into terrifying depths.
Reading
the words.
These words felt like a message.
Felt like a message.
Someone knew they were here. Someone playing a game with them. An invitation. How could they not accept?
Even if they knew it would end up hurting them. Someone's been watching us.
Playing a sick game with us.
You were right. This is right up my alley. Nightingale came this way. Either he dropped this page, or the killers left it for us.
All right, let's...
There's a profile Nightingale about this page.
I was about to say, let's go put some details together. All right, yeah, what kind of pieces do we have? Footprints, so that's going to be... information about killers. Yeah, because it's going to be information about his killing, so... Yeah. Okay. Let's see. What, he walked through the boulder? Doesn't make sense. That's because I'm assuming we're seeing details of the shadow people coming up. Trail's gone cold. Okay. There we go.
I think he came from the lake. But his tracks make no sense.
Okay. Yeah, that just goes into our, like, additional information we found. Killer's watching us. Game on. All right. Wait, hold on. We have more in the other case files. Oh, yeah, because we found more of the lunch boxes. Are those going to be a collectible, I'm assuming, then? Where... There's a big-ass wall. Oh, my God. Oh, wait, hold on. No, it's not. It's not in the Bright Falls area. It's up here. There we go. Very cool. Okay, got that. We can do the profiling. Then, what was this? Okay, so here we go. The victim was one of their own, FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale, gone missing here 13 years ago. Now he had suddenly turned up, only to be murdered in a brutal and bloody ritual on the very day of their arrival. And then there was the page, this page, the first page they found, not the last. The first step down into terrifying depths, secret truths trembling beyond the threshold. Reading the words, these words felt like a message, was a message. Someone knew they were here, what they were doing, someone playing a game with them, leading them on, an invitation. How could they not accept the sheer audacity of this impossible mystery presented to them, even if they knew it would end up hurting them? Because all I can assume is, I'm like, are these manuscripts coming through from Alan because we know he can kind of write his way out of the story, and that's the idea, is he's trying to find a path to get people to help him? I like the idea that he's kind of helpless, though. Okay.
We found a page in the woods. A story about these events. What is Nightingale's role in this?
I carry his words close to my chest now. Inside, the awful truth. You must dig it out.
Something was put inside him. In his chest. I must find out what.
Okay, so I gotta go reinvestigate the body, don't I? Interesting. All right, let's go check on the body. There's something in that chest cavity. Yeah, I like that the game. That's also a smart way to... Because, I mean, it's inherently a thing in gaming whenever you have anything investigative where it's like, okay, we have to be able to communicate information to the player so they don't get completely stuck. But usually, the kind of cheap way to do it is just have a character spout exposition at them until they understand. Or you just leave the player confused and frustrated, and that can get very tedious. Versus this, having the idea of, like, you go to check her mind place, you go...
Your hunches, Anderson?
Not really.
Happened at the lake.
I think Nightingale came up from that direction. From the lake.
Yeah, hold on. There's more to look at.
Probably looking for shelter. Safety.
Yeah.
They were waiting for him.
When you're ready, I'd love to hear what you put together so far.
Sure.
Well, here, can I
Not that complicated.
check the chest cavity first?
Nightingale was out in the woods alone at night, possibly nude. The killers knew he was here, ambushed him, dragged him to the campgrounds, strapped him to the table, cut his heart out. But then they were interrupted by those witnesses, the Bookers. The job is unfinished.
That seems pretty complicated to me. What was this guy doing skinny dipping at this time of year?
Haven't figured that part out yet.
Mm-hmm. Lots of questions.
Lots of answers for us to find.
I hope you didn't get stuck in any of those big puddles. Crazy flooding down there, huh? Just like I said.
Interesting. Okay, can we check though? Because she said that she thought something was in his chest cavity. So, oh yeah. Also, is there more that I can chat with him about? No. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Where do we go from here then? All right. Let me go check really quick to make sure I didn't miss anything in this little cabin. So I was mostly just looking for the code previously. I wasn't really looking at the place itself for clues. I already saw this, right? Yeah, okay. Found that about the lake. Anything back here? Maybe something I missed? I like that detail that the guitar actually responds if I bump into it. Oh, oh no. Oh no. I made the guitar clip through the floor. Wait, that's not the game glitching, all right? That's just the evil dark presence causing it to play. All right, where the fuck am I supposed to be going, game? Getting me all confused.
Did you know this entire area is inside a caldera? This whole mountain used to be an active volcano. Imagine the force it took to carve this crater out of the earth. Calderas are pretty rare, so be sure to take it in.
So, essentially, we're standing in the gaping maw of hell.
You got it. I used to love geology when I was in school. I helped Logan build a great baking soda volcano for her science fair.
Cheating on a science fair? That's almost a crime, Anderson.
I'm not gonna say no to quality time with a volcano. I mean, my daughter.
All right, cool. Is there something else I'm missing? Because how am I supposed to go forward here? All right. Not all that. All right, let me double check. Is there nothing else I can piece together on the board here? Oh, that's what I'm missing. All right, there's something in the cases. Oh, because we got... Oh, because duh, we have the whole idea of that something's inside Nightingale. There we go. Okay. So I just got it.
All I can here. Time to properly examine the body. See what I can find inside.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense. Okay. So if I guess I need to know that if I'm stuck and feel like I'm not sure where I'm going, then I need to check here because I probably missed something on the board that's...
I think something's been put inside Nightingale's body.
Yeah.
Let's tell the deputies to get the body to the town morgue.
Okay.
Deputy, I want the body taken back to town for a proper examination ASAP.
Well, sure. But the coroner won't be back in town for another week after Deerfest.
Not a problem. I'll do it myself.
Oh, and Sheriff Breaker called to say he's got the bookers at the Oh Dear Diner in town. Oh, and I've got a key to the gate. It's a shortcut back to the parking lot just up the hill.
Thanks. Appreciate it. All right, cool. All right, let's get out of here. Come on, Casey.
Let's get the car, drive to Bright Falls, and talk to these witnesses, the bookers.
At the diner, right? I could use a cup of coffee.
Let's try that shortcut the deputy mentioned.
Sounds good.
All right, cool. I did want to at least
Seems
get
like a
us...
nice town so far. Murders aside. Pretty woods. Cute lodge we got set up in. We should go for a hike if we get a chance.
Now you're just being mean, Anderson.
Deputies aren't exactly up to the task, but hopefully the sheriff will be more helpful.
Not a surprise about the deputies. Doubt they see much stuff this gruesome.
Well, what's over here? Anything worth investigating? I'm a detective now, so I'm like, I gotta leave no stone unturned.
Box again.
Oh yeah.
Who's leaving these out here?
Run this together, hero. Have a heroic day. Well, knowing this game, there's gonna be some story reason for it. Oh, what are these little colorful? Oh, they're like little stacks of stones. Interesting. But considering last time I assumed like the little caches of supplies were just a game thing and they actually had a story reason, it turned out. So I imagine the lunchboxes will be the same way, where yes, they're giving us pieces to upgrade, but also it's gonna have some story relevance. All right.
Can't fit the clues all together yet. Heart removed, tripod, tracks leading to a dead end.
A tripod? For a camera? To record a snuffet? Whoa.
You good? Did you fall? He was so embarrassed he stopped talking. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. So we're kind of, it's like leading us to sort of a central hub. That way we can get back down here with shortcuts. Makes sense. But yeah, I wanted to make sure we got to Bright Falls before I called it a day for this first episode, because that's going to be, you know, that's where this journey all started. So I want to make sure we get back there. I'm very curious to know how.
Let's drive back to town and meet the sheriff at the diner.
Yeah. I'm very curious to see how many familiar faces we have in Bright Falls. Let's see. Oh, is this our car? Oh, that's right. We're with the FBI. We travel incognito.
I can't get that manuscript page out of my head. I've never seen killers reach out so directly before.
Damn impressive work so far. With your technique, these hunches were moving fast.
I wasn't sure about taking a case so far from home, but I'm thrilled to be here for this mystery. Need to swing by the lodge to get anything from the field office?
No, I'm all set.
I'll park there anyway. I want to walk to the diner, get a feel for the town.
Good old Deerfest. I missed you. Yeah, look at this. Holy shit.
The diner's just up the waterfront. Shouldn't keep the sheriff and our witnesses waiting.
I smell coffee.
Hold on, I gotta look around for clues, though, alright? People to talk to, stuff to see. And are there canteens everywhere? That was all that was my whole purpose in the first game.
Be right back.
Got it.
Hey, buddy, what do you know? The fish biting?
Brought to you by Davis Family Moose Jerky. And boy, what an eventful day here in Bright Falls.
The classic old radio shows.
Now we've all seen the FBI setting up shop in town.
That's me.
Sure, you're all asking the same question I am. Did they bring all this darn rain with them?
Yes, we did. Can I talk to any of you? I feel like there might be nothing, but I'm like, okay, I have to look around.
I need bolt cutters.
Ah, okay. Even so like this, where I'm like, I want to know if there's stuff to keep an eye out for to be able to unlock later, because I know obviously it's not going to be readily unlocked yet, but, you know, got to keep an eye out, kind of know what kind of stuff we want to be getting. Can I ride this cute little bicycle around? All right, that's locked. Okay. Let's see. Man, the level of detail and everything is still crazy to me. Like the... Huh? Oh, hello. Oh, that was it? No further conversation? Nice to meet you, too. But it's crazy to think, like, you go back 20 years. Poof! Why did I burst in like that? What's up, bud? What a beard. That's impressive. All right, you apparently don't want to talk. The Elderwood Palace Lodge. Can I walk back here? Here, I'll sign people in, all right? I'm going to take your job. You go investigate the murder, all right? I need a break. This is very controlled. There's a part where you go into this little motel that's not actually there, and that's, I won't spoil. There's a whole cool sequence where you're trying to get into these motel rooms that aren't actually real. Okay, anything over here? Aha. Alex, my partner, just watching me just completely break into everyone's rooms here. All right. Gotta check the bathroom for clues. Anyone doing coke in here? No reflections. They said, no. The PS5 is good, but it's not ray tracing, all right? It's not gonna have that. Are these not important? These giant folders? These feel like these would be information, but maybe not. What you reading? North American folklore. Fitting. I like that I burst in like that. Apparently I'm just a ghost that...
How's it going?
I'm very glad everyone's so content with me bursting into their room. Or is this like the communal area? Dude, that's not how you play pool. Oh my god. Amateurs. Aha! Finally something worth my time. Let's see. Regarding Cauldron Lake, look into news and rumors, focus on 2010, cross-reference with old case files from NYC Cult, similarities, commonalities, and methodology, part of a series, find out name of good coffee from Diner. Okay, so someone else is here doing some investigations, all right? Interesting, from old case files from a New York cult. Interesting. Okay, so this is much more far-reaching than just a little, like, local murder. Which I figured it would be, but that's interesting, the idea that, like, this attracted the attention of some cult members. Which is kind of a cool idea. The idea that, like, the, like, Cauldron Lake is this hub for supernatural activity, and that's why maybe the cult is coming out. because they're realizing there's some sort of evil power, at work, and Alan's on the inside of it trying to figure things out.
I can't get through this.
Okay. I do like that Alan has not really shown up yet, like not fully. Okay. I think that's everything I can explore for the moment. Okay, there's no music playing, but you just vibing, you know what? I'm glad to know everyone in this town is just as normal as they were when I ended the first game. Which does make me curious, because the whole thing in the first game was that some of the people were still, like, had been taken by the darkness and all that, so I'm curious if that's why some people are acting a little bit kind of unnatural and weird about everything. Oh, this place is huge, though.
Rest easy, buddy.
And she got a special connection to all those deers. That's this game's equivalent of, like, can you pet the dog? Because there are no dogs to pet. Okay.
It's not opening.
Okay. Who's got their little board set up here? I'm going to assume this will come back up later. Yeah, okay. All right. I probably don't need to explore this heavily because I guarantee that the game will circle back around to these areas for, the necessary plot reasons. So, all right, let's go ahead and catch up with our partner. Oh, I'm doing good. Oh, hold on, a clickable thing, a map. Oh, cool. So now we actually get an addition to our map. Very nice. Okay, that's what I thought. So it's gonna fill in from there. Very cool. Let's see. Oh, we actually get... Oh, that's nice. So in the first game, that was the thing where there was always these radio stations playing stuff. But you had to physically sit there and stand by the radio. So now it looks like we get them as a tape, and we can go from there. You trying to take a selfie there, buddy? Do you need help? All right, come on. Let's go to the diner, and then we'll go from there.
Anderson.
Oh, thank you so much.
Hello.
Hi. Is everyone just going to say hello to me and then not let me talk to them? What do you say?
How much coffee have you had today, Charlie?
The Oh Dear Diner.
Don't know, don't care. How much have you had? Not enough. That's how much. Never enough coffee.
Not to toot my own horn, but I am pretty darn sure my... our float will be the belle of the ball at this year's Deer Fest. Just a few more days.
Yeah, buddy, you seem like a type who likes a good pun.
Let me guess. The FBI.
What gave it away? The jackets?
It's nice to have you here.
Thanks.
I got you both some coffee. Oh, it's Washington's finest.
Nice to meet you, Sheriff. I'm set for coffee.
I wouldn't say no to another.
I'm Agent Saga Anderson. This is Agent Alex Casey.
Tim Brinker. And let me just say, I'm happy you two are here. Frankly, we could use the help.
Your deputies said you had a couple of witnesses here.
They made them sound like suspects.
Mulligan and Thornton are still on about that? No, the Bookers don't strike me as the murdering type, but you can decide for yourselves. They're just inside having coffee and pie to calm their nerves.
I'll see what they have to say. Casey, you compare notes with the sheriff.
Take your time.
All right. The good old Oh Dear Diner.
That happened. Still feel like I'm gonna be sick.
Come on, Ed. Have some pie. It'll take your mind off things.
Yeah, have some pie.
Excuse me. I'm Agent Saga Anderson. Are you the Bookers?
That's us. I'm Tammy, and he's Ed.
Hello, officer.
Just Saga is fine, Ed.
So, are we being charged with anything? Because if not, we'd love to get back to our hotel and decompress after what we saw. Take a bath, scream into pillows, that kind of thing.
We're not charging you. I just have a few questions. Nothing to stress about, okay?
Let's do... Yeah, tell me what you saw.
So what did you see in the woods?
This naked dude came out of the lake, and he was acting crazy, shouting weird shit at us. He must have been on something.
Unless skinny dipping at dawn is a thing around here.
Then we heard shooting. We ran into these psychos in deer masks. They were tearing into the naked guy with knives, like some kind of satanic cult. And then we bolted and called the cops.
And why do you think it was a cult? What gave it away?
What makes you say it was a cult?
The masks and knives aren't enough.
They were shouting, "Cult of the tree, the cult of the tree, cult of the tree." Oh, and then we found out. The whole thing was terrifying.
No, let Ed speak. Ed, you were going to say something.
What were you doing at Cauldron Lake last night?
I'm a writer. True crime. We're here from New York, doing some research on a famous novelist, Alan Wake, who went missing here. I was down at the lake, getting some details. Perfectly legal.
Why are you two acting so suspicious? Like, I understand, getting talked to by the FBI is maybe not the most comfortable thing, so. All right, into the mine place. Yeah, what case do we have? I forgot we have both, actually. We can add our lunchbox here. Let's see. Where are they? This giant-ass wall. Yeah, there we go. And then... Okay.
We're dealing with an organized group of killers, not a lone serial killer.
Okay. Oh, the cult stash is interesting. So that's like their own thing. So, wait, hold on, no. Yeah, Cold Lake Murders. Yeah, this one.
I need to know more about the Cult of the Tree if I'm going to shut them down. These stashes could contain clues about the cult. Better keep an eye out for more.
Okay, there we go. All right, what else? Cult of the Tree. What other clues do we have? Oh, of course, we have all like the little twigs and all that. So, let's see. What's up here? What kind of cult? Oh, okay. There's so much information. Oh my god. Okay, so. All right.
Oh.
All right, so they were wearing masks, so what would that go to? Maybe who's involved? Wait, hold on. Is that not right? Does it not just go here? Okay, hold on, let me see. Does this go to make a new thread, maybe? Maybe it's in cult stashes. Okay, another stash up here. There we go. Okay, then we can profile the bookers. Okay, let's do the profile. Let's see if we can deduce anything more from the this couple.
The Cult of the Tree. What are the bookers telling me?
I found their necklace. The symbol is 2 triangles.
The cult wants their spruce tree bag, Tammy.
Finders keepers, Ed. My publisher will want this on the cover.
Tammy found something. A necklace belonging to one of the cultists. The bookers were at Cauldron Lake. Why?
The fence was built to hide what's there. They say the rider fell in the lake.
Private party. No trespassing.
My book has questions. Past the bolt cutters.
They broke in for the sake of Tammy's book. Nothing to do with the murder. They were telling the truth.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I figured they weren't to do with the murders themselves, but that makes sense if they're here investigating, kind of, so they're here with some personal gain, to go, so. All right, interesting. Anything else? Where last time let's see. Oh yeah, I think you found something. Oh, cool,
So you found something there, right?
So I can ask more questions after I investigate.
Cultists may have dropped.
Okay. Wow. How did you put that together?
It's evidence. You need to hand it over.
Told you not to keep that thing to me.
All right, give me that.
Thanks. This could prove to be helpful. Do me a favor. Stick around town for now in case we have any more questions.
Like we'd even dream of missing Deerfest.
Oh, God. Saga Anderson. As I live and breathe. I thought we'd never see you back here after that awful, awful thing happened to your baby girl. How are you? I'm sorry. Who are you? I don't know what you're talking about. It's me, silly. Rose. You know me.
I don't think I do. And what horrible thing happened to my baby girl?
She drowned. Your daughter. That's so weird you don't remember.
How do you know I have a daughter?
Oh, I know what this is. You're blocking out your traumatic memories. Happens on TV all the time.
No. You're mistaking me for someone else.
If you say so.
Interesting. I have so many theories about this. Like, I mean, my gut instinct obviously would be that people are acting familiar. Why is my flashlight like kind of working and not working sometimes? But that Alan's writing in the story either that Saga is real and so that mug is terrifying. Sorry, look at that thing. It has feet. I don't like it. Yeah, what's with the deer?
Bad for these guys.
What's your connection there? All right, Deer Whisperer. But yeah, all I can think is that maybe Alan has written some version of her into the story, and that's why everyone is acting kind of familiar with her. Very interesting, though. Again, these games are very twisty and turny, so I'm sure we're going to get some answers eventually.
Can't open this with my bare hands.
Assuming that key won't work. So, okay, so we got lock stuff everywhere. Let's see. Nothing? Okay.
I can't get through this.
All right. Again, we'll have time to explore later. Let's go check in with our partner, and then we can wrap up soon. I just wanted to get through like the whole kind of initial prologue of the game to be able to kind of just kind of set the stage for where things were going to go. Oh, hold on. Can we still put on a song? Oh, no. The poor old thing can only take so much of the same song being played over and over and over. I'm as big a fan of Coconut as the next person, but come on. That's funny. These rural types. Listen here. All right, no more questions for you guys? Okay.
All set?
Yep.
My guys have Nightingale at the morgue if you're ready to go take a look.
Cool.
Let's go. Well, Casey, I got a lead. Looks like we're dealing with a cult. The cult of the tree.
A murder cult. Fuck.
Have you heard of this cult of the tree, Sheriff?
Only the urban legend. If you're in the woods at night, the cult will get you. That sort of thing.
We're not gonna find out you're the Grand Wizard or something, are we?
I played some D&D back in the day. Wizard was always my favorite class.
Nerd.
Looks like you have some guests.
Ah, morning, Ted. Yeah, real important guests. Deerfest. Always draws a crowd, right?
Too true. More the merrier. Have a good one, Sheriff.
Hey, what do you know about that waitress from the diner?
Rose? Yeah, she's a bit of a space case. Always has been. Why? What'd she do now?
She kept saying that my daughter drowned. She even knew my name. It was all very weird.
Rose has a talent for saying the weirdest thing possible. But it's best not to take it personally.
Hey, boss. Corpse is downstairs ready to go.
Oh, goody.
In the morgue, all prepped.
I'd like to take a closer look as soon as possible. Lead the way, Sheriff.
Oh, yeah, and here's the old sheriff station.
The Bright Falls Sheriff Station. Anything you need, just let us know.
We appreciate the support, Sheriff.
See you around.
Yeah, it's so funny seeing these same locations from the first game. Like, just with the difference in quality, they are technically the same, but they don't obviously.
A morgue with the funeral home next door. It's a shoestring budget.
You
guys don't have that problem, though.
You share a morgue?
Between a few other towns, and he's away this week, but you can handle this, right?
I'm qualified to perform examinations. Yes.
Let's see. You share a morgue? That's kind of fucking weird, but okay. It was dark as hell in here. Just gonna go checking all the doors. Ooh, what's this? Okay. So we're gonna need bolt cutters pretty soon. What's in here? Extra equipment. What gear do we have? Oh, battery packs. Oh, of course, because we're gonna get to the flashlight combat in a bit. Oh, okay. Got anything for me? What's up there? More trauma pads. Okay, so healing stuff. It's always nerve-wracking when the game starts giving you equipment, because that's like it's tipping its hand that we're gonna start having to worry about getting attacked soon.
It doesn't budge.
I do like that we're kind of combat-free this first prologue, though. Like I don't know, I don't mind that. The combat was not really the priority in the first game, or I should say, it should not have been.
Let's take a look at our patient.
You hear the
Start with the external inspection before performing the internal examination. What was the cause of death? What other clues can the body give me? There's writing on here.
On the heart? Interesting.
Can't make it out.
Writing? How'd they manage that?
The body shows signs of being submerged in water post-mortem. It doesn't add up.
Yeah, why kill him and then give him a nice little soak?
This looks like text. A tattoo?
Nightingale didn't strike me as a tattoo guy. Defensive wounds. He put up a fight.
Uh-huh. They did leave something inside his chest.
Is it a prize? Well, do we get to know what it is? Oh, it's okay. We got to go to the case board, I'm assuming, to figure out what the hell is happening. I imagine we're going to be spending a lot of time here. All right, murder first. Yeah, examination.
Time to see what Nightingale's body can tell us.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, something was put in there. What is it, though? Come on. Dig in there. I want to know. This also is a really smart way to make it very easy to be able to piece things together after the fact. Is that... What, is that not the right spot for it?
Think Saga.
Okay. Cause of death. Ineligible words on the heart. Okay. All right, hold on. Smudged text under the victim's skin. Maybe that goes somewhere else here. I'm trying to make all this stuff fit, but I'm wondering if some of these tabs don't open up yet. Like, if there's simply, like, not a space for them yet, because we haven't found enough information. All right, interesting. I'll keep that in mind. We still have...
The cult of the tree is behind these murders.
Okay.
This case just became much more complicated. I'll need to start a new file. But it's my first cult case. Exciting.
Okay, there we go. All right, any other pieces that we have? Any other pieces of information? I think that's all of them for the moment. No, because I still have the stuff about Nightingale, but it's not letting me add them. Oh, I see. Okay, so we have to consider that it may be like part of a branching path, not just cause of death. So, okay. So anything to learn from the body. Ritual writing.
Text is smudged. Looks inverted.
Okay.
Heart can't have been marked before removal.
And that goes to cause of death. Okay, okay.
Definitely something in his chest. Did the killers leave it there?
Well, only one way to find out. Let's go look at it. Dig in there. Also, am I going to have to censor Nightingale's dick out of this video? Like, I think I may have to because it's YouTube and they can be finicky with that, but it's like, not something I had thought I would have to do in Alan Wake 2 is have to blur out bloated corpse penises.
It's the same type of page we found at Cauldron Lake.
Nightingale hunted Saga. Didn't see her. The Taken could not see into bright light. Light hurt them, made them vulnerable. Nightingale had no heart, but here he was, killing.
Someone's created a fucked up fantasy about us.
Hey, hold on. We found these kinds of pages. I didn't think they were relevant to this case. I have them right here.
What the fuck?
Sheriff?
What?
Did he just vanish out of existence? Oh! 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 Nightingale, please! Oh, shit!
Didn't see her. Could not see into bright light.
I'll make you pay.
He's coming. No weapon.
Oh my god, okay.
The page set to get into the light.
Yeah. Okay. To avoid being detected by enemies. Oh god, oh god. Do I have my flashlight? No, I don't. Yeah, there we go. Just leave me alone.
See me in the light.
Oh, interesting. It makes you look invisible.
My gun's out in the hall. Gotta get it back.
Oh, God. Safe havens will restore some of your health. If you leave or attack from a safe haven while in combat, it will become temporarily unavailable. If you attack from a safe haven, it no longer becomes a safe haven. That's interesting. Ooh, okay. Oh.
Vanished.
Ooh. Jesus Christ, they're leaning way more into the full-on horror experience, which I am thrilled about. That was awesome and so creepy. And Nightingale being... I just thought that was going to be just the opening, but like... Oh, we got music that I hope doesn't get copyright claimed. Hopefully this is original music written for the game, so that way it may not get copyright claimed right away. If it does get swapped out the music, though, I'll put it in the caption of the video. And it's also a reason just, you know, to play it for yourself, because, you know, I think so far this is great, and I think you should probably experience it if you like these kind of dark murder mystery kind of experiences. Now, if this does get copyright claim, then I'll have to kind of scoot past some of this. But if not, then I'll just leave the song playing for a bit, because I think it's a cool musical interlude into the rest of the game. Oh, cool. So it's like actually telling the story through the song, which is interesting. That's definitely about the story, right? Like, that's definitely about the plot. Very cool. They've used music in some of their other games. Control has a lot of really cool original music, so I love the idea of them leaning more into that as a storytelling device. All right, we continue now? Okay. Very cool.
Didn't have a heart, but he still got up. The page predicted all of it. It helped me fight him.
He just disappeared? What the hell is going on here?
We need to figure that out if we're going to do anything about it. Somehow we need to make sense of this.
All right, hold on. That's a good place to pause there, because otherwise I'm going to get too wrapped up in the rest of this. So let's go ahead and leave it there for the moment. So far, this chapter I honestly loved. I love that it's slow burn. I think we'll have plenty of time for more action and more of the actual kind of full-on horror, adventure, suspense stuff later. But setting the tone for the town and a place that, you know, the story's taking place over a decade after the first one. So we're really needed, I think, some time to be reintroduced back into Bright Falls, into what has changed, what's the same. Deerfest is present as ever. But this is cool. I love knowing that Nightingale is who we're kicking things off with as like our first sort of villain shadow person. So it's not just random things coming out of the shadows. We're having like people from the past, from the dark place and all of that being introduced back into this world, and Saga is this new character having to journey through this completely fresh. So it's a really cool idea. I like this dual narrative idea. I think it's really a good way to make it so it feels fresh. You have a character who hasn't experienced all this before, so they get to have a new experience with all the crazy evil manifestations happening in Bright Falls. And then we're going to eventually get back over to Alan, who's trying on the other side of this sort of split reality that he's trying to push his way back through. And I'm assuming those are going to start to merge more and more as the plot goes on. So it's really cool. If you liked the first one and had some reservations. So far, this seems to be setting a much better tone. I think it shows a lot more polish. Everything I hoped would be the case for this game so far seems to be in place. I'm thrilled to play the rest of this, and I'll be back with more of this soon. So anyway, let me know what you guys think. Does this look better to you than the first one? What stands out? Do you think, it's something that you're going to want to play, or maybe just going to be interested just to watch me play and see what you think? And any theories, feelings you guys have about where you think this might go, let me know. This is the kind of game that really warrants speculation and to make some, to use your instincts and see where you think it's going and see if you're right or not. That's the fun of a murder mystery story, is to be able to theorize as we go along. And it's fun as a game that's brand new because it's not been spoiled for any of us, really, It's not something that, any of you are really going to know in advance unless you're playing the game alongside right now. So anyway, this is really cool, and I hope you're enjoying it as much as I am. I'm going to be curious where we go. And we got to find Alan. We haven't even really seen him yet. So I'm assuming next episode we'll probably figure out where he's where he is and how he's holding up in the dark place that he's stuck in. So anyway, thank you all so much for watching and listening. My name is Dominic, and I will see you next time. Bye.